Hey guys, David Patrick Green here, DPG, and another video in the series of the rules of acting. And today we are on rule number 3, okay? And rule number 3 is, the industry says you should go to a professional acting school if you want to be a professional actor. And that's what we're going to talk about today. But before we get to that rule, and of course I'm going to dispel it, please like this video after you've watched it. Subscribe to the channel because that helps YouTube know that, people like this channel, and they'll share it. And that's the other thing I would like you to do is please share the video. Don't wait for YouTube to share it. Share it with other actors because we all are one. We're a community of people doing the same thing, and we need to support each other, not be in competition with each other, because we're all unique. We don't need to worry about what somebody else is doing. So let's get to the video. Do you need professional actor training? And by professional actor training, I mean, one of these formalized programs generally. I wouldn't consider some ongoing scene study class professional actor training. I'm talking about something that has structure, sort of like a college course. So you could consider going to university or college, doing a degree in it, or you can do one of these, less formalized programs that you would apply to a college that may just require you to have a credit card. But I'm talking about these Meisner programs. Lee Strasberg is one of the method guy. Stella Adler, Ivana Chubbuck, Beverly Hills Playhouse, Joanne Barron, D.W. Brown Studios, and these are in Los Angeles. Of course, there's Juilliard, that's a more formalized one. And you could do a BFA or an MFA and all that stuff. So should you do these things? Do you need to do? Is it a rule? The answer is no, it's not a rule, and you actually don't need to go to one of these formalized programs. But then what's the substitute? What's the substitute for going to one of these programs? Practice, okay? And the benefit of going to one of these programs is that you will be forced to practice. You will be forced to prepare for a lot of material that you're going to do. But you're also going to spend a lot of time just sitting, listening, and hearing a lot of theories about acting, sense memory and all of this stuff. And it has some value, but it's really hard to separate what you need versus what somebody else needs, because some people could just naturally start acting and they just need the practice, like how to memorize material and understanding what it is to do an audition. What's the setup? There's my light, there's my camera. How's the sound? What's the background? Like just knowledge in general. But a lot of times these formal schools will overcomplicate your process to the point where you can't even do it. And that's actually kind of what it did to me. I started off with a very, very simple form of training, and it worked quite well, but it left me thinking that was acting, and it wasn't. I needed something a little more practical. And then I decided to do one of these 2-year programs, and then my brain was filled with these ideas and it became very mechanical. And it was really only after I let go of these things that I started to become a much better actor. And I'll just tell you the simple truth of what good acting is. It's if you were to be in, if you were in a scenario and you filmed yourself, what would you look like? So we can't all say, what would you do if you were a lawyer and this happened? What would you do if you were a doctor and this happened, in a scene? For instance, I had to play a detective yesterday. I had to do an audition as a detective. What would you do as a detective? Well, you sort of just think of the scene. This person, somebody's dead. This person is related to them. And this is what I know about what happened. So I would talk to them this way, And so you just sort of take it in, and then if you didn't have to worry about lines, what would you do, right? Like, she says this to you, okay, so what do you say back? She says, he attacked me and, grabbed me, and I swear, like, he really looked like he wanted to hurt me, and then I have to say something, right? And there's some facts there, like apparently he was killed with a corkscrew, this person. So I have to, the line is, and that's when you grabbed the corkscrew. But as soon as you start having to remember a line, it affects your behavior, right? So you want to learn how to act improvisationally first, right? Like just be natural. And so I think improv is the best training for acting because it gets you up on a stage in front of people, just doing what you would do. And then the real you comes out. And that's the most important thing, is the real you. It's not doing what you think somebody wants you to be, because there's always somebody that's right for every role. So I literally went through this yesterday because I'm always trying to become more natural as an actor, and I wasn't happy with what I was seeing. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna shut the camera off and just you talk. I was talking to my reader. I said, you talk and I'll just, wing it. I'll just wing it. And I was, and I'm doing this, right? And I'm listening, but I'm not staring at them. And you're like, okay. And then my face is itchy, so I scratch it. But when I'm acting, I don't do things that are normal. And anyway, then I was like, okay, I got this. I got to just let go of the lines, not worry about the words. And that's what you need to do, because getting the words right is not important. What they want to see is this the person? Is this the person we want to put in there? If they get a few words wrong, who cares? Especially in the audition. I've had it for like a few hours. Okay, so that's what you need to do. But you need to practice that a lot. And you need to get good, not at memorization, but at reading something and understanding it and going, okay. Now put myself in it, and I'm able to behave naturally and believably, like if somebody was just filming me and I went into a police station because they asked me to come in, and then they said, we think you killed your girlfriend. I'm like, what are you talking about? My girlfriend's not even dead. Yes, she is. What? Like, I don't even know, like, this is insane, right? You would kind of have these reactions that would be unpredictable, and that's what you want to bring to your acting. And if you can do that, improvisationally or otherwise, you're doing great. And then if you just go, okay, I just have to say some lines in there, and they happen to be somebody else's lines, then you're going to be an amazing actor. And listen, it sounds easier than it actually is to do, because you have to trust yourself to be, free, but restrained within the confines of the facts. But this is what you do as on a daily basis in your interactions in life, right? If you got to go to Walmart to return something, you don't go up there dancing. I mean, you could, but you generally are like, okay, this is what I got to do. Do you want to do it well? Then be charming with the person. Hey, how's it going today? Good. Yeah, you having a good day? Yeah. And how can I help you? Yeah, I got this fan. I don't know. It's just not working the way I kind of had hoped it would. It just makes so much noise, and so I would like to return it. Oh, okay. Do you have the receipt? Yes, I do. Here it is. Can I return it onto this credit card? No, we can only return it on the credit card that you paid for. Paid for the fan with. Oh, okay. All right. Are you sure? And that's what you're doing, right? You do this every day in life. Interactions on the street. If somebody fell down in front of you and hurt themselves, an old lady, an old man, or whatever, what would you do? I mean, probably go, hi, excuse me, are you okay? Can I help you get up? You know how to do these things. So just because the scene is in acting and it's not really happening, just try to walk into it like you didn't see it coming, and boom. Because that's what life is, right? Even if you have a meeting with someone, you think it's going to go a certain way and it never does. Like if you wrote down what you thought everybody was going to say, you'd be in trouble, especially if you tried to write your own lines, right? I'm going to say this and they're going to say that, and then you say what you thought you say what you want to say, and they don't say back what you thought they would say. And then the whole script is out the window, right? So you need to learn to trust yourself, to be yourself, because you are plenty. You're more than enough. And all of this behavior that's going on, this I don't know. Oh, please, can you just let me return the fan without a receipt? I swear I'll never do this again. Hey, can I buy you lunch? I'll buy you a coffee. Let me go get you a latte right now, right? If you just take that approach, trust yourself. You are enough. What I'm doing right now, right? I'm improvising. I'm not deliberately doing something because somebody wrote it. I'm just kind of going with what I'm feeling. And so if you can do that, you will do great as an actor, right? So the rule of you need to go to formal acting school, 2-year program, etc., not at all. But you do need to practice, and you need to get involved as soon as you can in the business in any aspect. Like clean their floors at a production company, do whatever it is that you can to get involved, because the more you see about the inner workings of the business, the less sort of intimidating it will be to you. And you'll start to understand, memorizing isn't important. Don't memorize, just understand and then behave. Okay, that is good acting, and that's what will get you the first job and every other job after that. No one is checking boxes going, yeah, we'll hire him because he got the lines right. It's like, yeah, I think he missed a few words, but honestly, I don't know, because I've seen this scene 50 times by 50 different people, and I'm not really paying attention to the lines. I'm watching this person's behavior, and is it compelling, and does it fit in with all the other components of my project? And those are all bits of information you will never be privy to for the most part. So you just got to trust in yourself, and then you'll be fine. But practice, and that is the only value in my mind of these formalized acting programs, because there isn't just one way to act. Acting is a very simple feat that requires an incredible amount of trust in oneself. So that's what you need to learn to do, is believe in yourself, okay? And understand when you feel like you're right for something, and when you feel like, this is definitely a part for Brad Pitt. I don't think I'm the best choice for this, and saying, yeah, no, I don't want to do this. Don't be greedy, be smart, be sensible, but have faith in yourself and what your capabilities are, and go for it with gusto when something is right for you. All right, guys, that's it. If you want to get more advice at this level, reach out to me at dpg@davidpatrickgreen.com or david@hackhollywood.com, and I will talk to you soon.